favorite parts when you called him a coward? Just like go up. No.
Yeah. Actually, I think his least favorite part was when I called him a hipster. Hipster is like nothing less than being actually called one.
Yeah, what the fuck is up with that?
It's like they're obviously trying real hard to rip off fashion trends. You know, from Victorian with their facial hair and vests, all the way down to 70s, throw in some 80s neon sunglasses and t-shirts. It's like, who tries so damn hard to look new and different each time, fails so miserably, and then doesn't even have the balls to own up to their own name.
I'll tell you.
Fuck it.
Pretentious scumbags.
Well, the hipster is basically a fucking nihilist because they put off this cool front that they don't care what people think, yet their self-esteem is entirely contingent upon reflected appraisals from others, usually concerning their mate value. The one main theme that hipsters and nihilists have in common is that they both hypocritically believe in one fucking thing. Pussy.
Unfortunately, that's often true. Egotistical jerks at least appear confident. No, bitches just want a decisive guy who can believe in his own bullshit. It's better than a nice guy who doesn't really know what he wants, I guess.
Huh, see, that's not how it is at all. Women, you guys get all the power. You get all the sex appeal, while we're just a bunch of cavemen, get to sit around, play this cock-blocking game with one another. No, see, and then you get to sit back and choose whatever guy you want, depending upon how you're feeling that day. It's not fair.
You sound bitter and frustrated. You're clearly going after the wrong people. You should be able to be yourself. But if you want to fuck bimbos, then yeah, you're gonna have to play the game.
That's not entirely true. I mean, you're amazing. But you seem to hook up with bastards. No offense.
Well, when I was young, you know, for a while I'm young, I decided that I was gonna be open to dating and learning from whoever was gonna be able to accept me for me. It makes life better with less guilt and more interesting. And besides, usually they're able to accept it pretty well and end up growing from it. No, like, really, I'm too eclectic in my tastes, and I'm just too sexual to be tied to one man. Like, now that I'm here with you guys, it just seems like those other guys are kind of just jerks. Once the doors of perception are cleared, one sees reality for how it truly is.
William Blake, Aldous Huxley, The Doors, fucking wow.
I thought you might like that.
It's the whole filter of mind analogy. Drugs alter the gradient of the filter of mind. The gradient is constrained by very functionally fixed parameters. We relate to things in terms of how they can serve our practical ends. What LSD does, in a sense, is it allows us to embrace beings as they are in themselves, you know, as they show themselves from themselves, a sort of co-presence. Humans have a fundamental need to shrink their world down, to partialize or fetishize it, to bring it down to a size that's manageable, that they can get a confident grip on. Oftentimes, people do this through their relationships, via their significant other. In this case, the nihilist hipster douchebag. They fixate upon them, and the douche becomes their world. They look to their eyes for validation, for justification for their whole existence. The thing is, you come to resent this person because you become so dependent upon them to fetishize your bullshit worldview. What should be a mutual interdependency spirals into this violent, addictive contingency.
I don't know how I followed that, but I did.
Fascinating and depressing. I can't help but see the cons in living in that kind of logic, though. But go on.
Honestly, there are 3 types of people in this world, on this here fucking rock. Sheep, who unquestioningly conform to perceived authority in their desperate attempt to gain security and acceptance. They hold the hand that holds them down, for this sort of bondage grounds them, affording them a sense of security. Bad shepherds, whom use their knowledge and power to bond and manipulate, treating sheep as mere tools, means to their egotistic ends. They feel justified through the false security they provide. Good shepherds help inspire the others to break free of their contingencies, to rise above their anality, banality, and apathy, such that they might gain the courage to be open to others more freely, to be vulnerable and yet confident in that vulnerability. A qualitatively different relation between the self and the other.
So are you saying that if I fill my life with bad shepherds, I'll become one myself?
If I choose not to become a good shepherd myself, does that just make me a sheep?
People often use their intellect like a bodybuilder uses his muscles, or a hipster his pussy front. When one realizes this, it tends to toss one's salad, existentially, allowing for a bit of change.
I'm glad we met and did all this. I'm realizing that without all that negativity I've been subjecting myself to, I can start getting the things I really want.
What do you really want?
What do you want?